Hello, everyone. It's Tracy and Renaé again, and it's the Let's Go Talk Show. So we are touching base back in with you again to talk a little bit about magnetics. So on the first show, we did speak about it and got a lot of great feedback. And so we want to go back down into that conversation a little deeper and expand on some of the magnetics going on. So do you want me to jump in, Renaé, or do you want to
I do
preface
because you get
it?
such a great visual. Had got such a great visual, and I think that's what people are responding to. So let's expand on that with yes. Jump right on, Trace.
Okay, so I love visuals because they really help me to have an understanding. And after our conversation, the one that we posted, I had a interaction with someone and I could see, and I'm going to give you how it was presented to me. So it was they were a unit and they had all of these cords coming out of them. At the end of each cord, there was a little magnetic receptor. Now, what I was kind of shown is we're all walking around with these thoughts and emotions and belief systems and programs. And this person I was talking about, I have kind of shifted a few of my perspectives on things in life. And when I was talking to her, I could feel her magnetics. Now, mind you, this was not conversation. We were not having a conversation. It was a magnetic resonance of hers that was trying to connect with the same in mine. It didn't exist in me anymore. So her connector wires were kind of floating around trying to find a connect point within me, and my field was saying, oh yeah, no, that doesn't exist in the field anymore. We have use any word, we have dissolved that, transcended that, transformed that. So it was such a cool visual of, and I'm going to use blanket ones. I won't do the specifics that we were having an interaction with, but anything that comes from a place of lack or victim or even a disease point. So it was a conversation that we used to have, and it's not in my field anymore. So it was like this, octopus of magnetics trying to connect in with me. And I'm like, no connection points, no connection points. And it was beautiful how all of a sudden it was like that chord got the memo. Yeah, we don't believe in it anymore in her. And it just went away. It was like, oh, there's there's no energy behind this anymore. So, and I can expand on it more, but what an amazing visual of how these new magnetics are working. And if we stand in our field with this beautiful belief system of why would I give any energy into any sort of lack or victimization or um the thought that this body is not this miraculous vessel here to do miraculous things for us. So okay, right now I'm gonna let you jump in.
I love that. I love the visual. I love the whole point because that's what people resonate with. I know that's what I resonate with. I love the pictures as well. But I love that whole point in recognizing how within that other person, it just was like, well, where is this? Who am I going to connect into? And there was not a space there. And I think it's really important for us to remember that when we're out in public or even when we're in our own homes, of what the magnetics is of the home. What have we fed into for so long that we no longer are choosing to feed into? And, for me, when after our conversation and all that stuff, it was really more recognition of let me go out into a further consciousness. Let me go out beyond what I have known. Because once you had said the whole thing with the magnetics and all that, and I was like, okay, well, wait a minute. So I'm in this magnetic field that is really feeding all on itself and bringing to me people that are feeding in that same thing. And exactly what you said, like, okay, all my little octopus tentacles with the magnets on the end are connecting into all these people. And it's interesting as we are losing, or I shouldn't say losing, as we're really bringing out within us. And Tracy had a great word earlier when we were talking off camera of the outload, because everything's now coming up from within and it's outloading into the consciousness, right? So it's this point of let's expand the human consciousness and let those magnetic fields go out, further into the consciousness, because it's going to be amazing. But I think it's going backwards. I went off there a little. So remembering that, yes, it's really important who we are connecting with. And if we are sitting there and complaining about something, you better start to recognize and realize, because this is the energy we're going into, right? We start to recognize and realize, oh, wait a minute. Is this what I want my life to be? Is this what I want out in the world? What am I connecting into? What field are my magnetics connecting into? And either flip the script, because I did that a couple of times. I was like, okay, let's flip the script a little more on some of the people that started to contact me that I might not have heard from in a long time, that I was like, you know what, you could just feel, I could feel that it didn't resonate anymore. And I was like, this is not a resonance that I want to be. But what I think happens is our energy, comes in and it's like, or the magnetic field. Okay. It's like, are you sure you want to let go of this? Are you sure? Like, let's bring these people in because we can't lose you. And I always like to look at it from a point of like light and not light, I'm going to say, because light to me is just so vibrant. It's got such a beautiful magnetic field and such a beautiful frequency. And if we're going into a not light, and that doesn't mean it's dark, right? It just means it's just a different vibration. But if we're paying attention to that other energetic field is pulling us into what I'm going to refer to as the human consciousness. Don't we want to be beyond the human consciousness right now? Right. The human consciousness is where it got here. So just what they're saying is to sum it up, and a long way to go around about that. Pay attention to who your magnetics are connecting into and what your magnetics are connecting into. If you want to be into a different consciousness, say, okay, I'm connected into the consciousness. Take the time to breathe and go more into the consciousness. And Tracy, they are saying, can you expand more on the magnetics? Because there's a few people, and I'm seeing like this group over here, there's a few people that are like, wait a minute, give me more of that, Trace. So can you do more on that?
So yes, what I want to bring in, I just got a great example of when we are on like our phone or a laptop and we're trying to connect to different Wi-Fi. And you can pull up and it gives you all of the connections that are available, and if you're at somewhere popular, it has like 15. And of course, then you would need a passcode because they're private. But I love to really think about this when you talk about energetics to someone or magnetics or, doing energy work or all the amazing things, even technologies such as like red light or, there's a lot of technologies out there, hertz, frequency, sound, light, the things that we cannot touch because there's no cord attaching. To me, it's right there and we love it. If we're on our phone, we always want the best connection with the most bars, right? So consciousness has the most bars, right? The human consciousness, maybe one or two, right? So it's just a point of you do understand, you do see it. We see and know a lot of the unseen and unknown because it's my favorite thing. Tell me how this thing works. Tell me how I can FaceTime someone in Japan. Tell me how Google has all the answers. So our human brain does know, it does believe it, it does accept it. And it's just extrapolating out to what are you connecting to? What do you call, you know what I'm saying, Renaé, when you go on and it has all the choices and the different, what are those called even? The
Yeah, I
Wi-Fi
don't.
connector things.
Yeah.
Now,
There's
this
all the
kind
different
of language
Wi-Fi's
I
you can connect
lost.
into. Yeah.
Don't know the words for all the real life stuff. But I think that's such a beautiful analogy and example of you do get it, you do know it, you do understand it, and you use it every day. Just shift your perception of, oh, I can do it in this way too. No, I'm not connecting with that, you know. So I wish I could, you know what I'm saying, right, Renee? The whole how we connect in when we're the Wi-Fi availability.
Yes.
Same. What conscious availability are you choosing to connect? And I love it is a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice. The belief systems, the consciousness, it's such a uh available and potent choice right now. So very exciting.
Very exciting. And just one thing that they're showing is anybody that's dealing with anything, regardless of what it is, whether it's, lack, fear, health, whatever it is, they're saying just now, take the time to stop and breathe and ask or just connect in. And I think from the human field, I know from what I'm seeing, some of you need to ask, okay, I'm going to now, however, whatever word you want to use, I'm going to now connect into the consciousness of health, wholeness, abundance, wealth, prosperity, health, whatever it is, whatever, or healthy relationship, whatever it is, connect into that and feel it. Like take the time to really feel it in your body. And that never goes away. Once you're connected in, it's never there. It's always still in that field. So even if you're off doing something else, asked to continue to connect into that consciousness every moment of your day, even if it's for a little bit, and watch how quickly everything shifts and changes because it really is amazing. Anything else?
And well, I just want to put a little seed for our next thing. I love the one with health because I was shown this. Once you are very connected in with the consciousness of health, and then you're going to go up to wholeness. And in wholeness, the consciousness of health doesn't exist because you're never unhealthy. There's no connector point to health because it does not have a definition anymore. People are like, what are you talking about health? What does that even mean?
Yeah,
Because you're always whole.
I love that. So all of those that aren't dealing with any health, they should go right to whole. And if you can, if you're dealing with health and you feel like you can connect right in to that wholeness, that consciousness, go connect. Like don't play small. That's all I'm gonna say. And if you can't, if you're like, oh, I don't feel anything, trust me, the minute you say that, the minute you think that, you're connected in. If you can't feel it, that's okay. And you need to feel something, then connect into health. You'll feel that in your body, which will help shift your mind and then let you continue to grow. Because just you listened to the first talk show last week, right? You've already expanded. Go back, listen to it again, see what else you're getting on it from this, this week, and continue to go because there was a lot of stuff in there. All right. What else you got, Trace? Anything? I'm all good.
No, go big. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. All right, everybody, have an awesome everything. We'll see you later.